This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, Funk Flex went on his rant yesterday about Jay-Z, about the he painted this big picture of, he kept reminding us every 2 minutes that Jay-Z was his favorite artist and nobody will ever do it like him. We know that. We know that. We know that nobody will ever do it like Jay-Z again, for a long time at least. And he goes on to, talk about how they had their falling out where, he wasn't saying the right things from time to time on the radio. And then, he started a blog and certain stories would come out in the blog and, Jay-Z just didn't like him anymore. So, and then he also accused Jay-Z of stealing certain things from him, like the whole blog thing and all this other stuff, like how does that work? This and this. Anyways. What he really didn't like last night. And now, mind you, the real reason he's doing this is to bring attention to himself because he's dropping an album. Funk Flex is putting an album together, and he's going to be dropping an album again. Okay, so he's using this to continue to promote his album. I don't think this is a good fight to pick with Jay-Z. Again and again, he keeps picking this fight. And he goes on to say that Jay-Z, had dealings with the past administration president and did a favor, didn't promote the current administration in a favor to get Desiree Perez off of, get her a pardon. And he says, but I understand her cooperating because she's a civilian. No, she's not. I'm sorry, but a civilian can't go meet. Okay, now, here's the backstory of Desiree Perez, okay? And you know what? If Jay-Z wants her as a CEO, I'm not, here to bash her, okay? But, this is the story that happened with Desiree Perez. This is public information. He could have read a few news articles. He could have read the Daily News from back then to figure this out. Okay, so Jay-Z's wingman used to be Juan Perez. Desiree Perez was his wife. She became a cooperating witness for the DEA in the 90s after her 1994 arrest for possession of 35 keys. Civilians don't have access to 35 keys. And then she struck a deal with the feds, agreeing to wear hidden wires to record her meetings with major traffickers. Again, civilians don't meet with the major traffickers. He was trying to compare this to Tekashi, saying, well, Tekashi, he was this guy, and, he cooperated. That's even worse. No. They're okay, Tekashi was playing gangster. Okay, he was playing a role, and I'm not saying that excuses him. But Desiree Perez was a gangster. Okay, she was she had a connect. She was moving, a lot of weight. Okay, that's nothing like 35 keys. Okay, and she hid wires, and then she went undercover informant to work and won her courtroom praise. I mean, she's lucky she's still alive, honestly, going against traffickers like that from federal prosecutors after she helped them break up major deals in Puerto Rico and Colombia. Damon Dash talked about this too. He didn't trust her. He didn't want her around because she was around as an advisor to Jay-Z in the late 90s. Because Jay-Z probably used her as well because she advised A-Rod during his case against the Major League Baseball when they caught him, using substances and performance-enhancing substances. They were going to ban him from baseball for a long time, and she convinced him to go against the Major League Baseball league, and she was involved in that. I think she also helped him with his club 4040. So Damon Dash still wanted to have a one-on-one with Jay-Z about that matter because he doesn't agree with her, being around back then, and he doesn't agree with her being the head of his company. Let's see, distribute 100 kilos of marijuana, and he reacted to Biggs being in jail for 5 years to distribute having 100 keys of the green stuff, not the white, the green. Anyways, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Now he was like really mad about, Jay-Z dealt with this person to get him pardoned. I don't agree with that. And it's like, dude, who says that Jay-Z did anything? She's the head of Roc Nation. She could make her own dealings, okay? She doesn't technically need Jay-Z. She is the CEO of Roc Nation. And if he doesn't think that's powerful and that she can have political connections, he's sadly mistaken. And he's using this he did a whole 3-part thing, which could have been 20 minutes. I mean, honestly, it was really short and simple. He dragged it out like he was uncovering something. He's late to the party. Late to the party, my G. Anyways, you can't use this stuff to promote your album and be on a major radio station, Like, he really goes hard at Jay-Z for some reason. I don't know what really happened, but he's got... Then he started bringing up something about Drake and Meek, and that's why Drake won against Meek. I forget what he was talking about there, but he brought that back up again, too. He was like, I hope Meek's not mad at me, but I forget. He said something, and that's why Drake won against me. I don't know. Drake was just the better person in that tango right there, Anyways, man, and then something came up about, he was trying to break down like how Jay-Z's career went, like where he signed Nas. I'm pretty sure L.A. Reid signed Nas to Def Jam, and Jay-Z and him they had already settled their differences, but it was more of a power move for Nas. Nas was smart to just let it go. I mean, he to me, even though Takeover was amazing, there was something about Ether at that moment. It didn't age well, but at that moment, it was harder hitting. I think we expected Jay-Z to come with something amazing. Nas it was like a year or two where we hadn't heard enough from Nas, and Nas came swinging, and that was more impressive at the time. I don't know, more people, I don't know, it's like, it was so close, though, let's be honest. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. I'll check you guys in the next one.